Imagine waking up in a city where the walls are covered with carvings of people being skinned alive. Kings brag openly about mass executions, and fear itself is used as a political weapon. Welcome to Ancient Assyria, one of the most powerful and terrifying empires the world has ever seen. And yet today it feels almost erased, like history is trying to forget it. Assyria rose in Mesopotamia around what is now northern Iraq, and for centuries they were unbeatable, not just because of their armies, but because of their reputation. Assyrian kings didn't hide their cruelty. They documented it in detail, proudly carving stories of impaled prisoners, burned cities, and rivers clogged with bodies into palace walls, almost like ancient propaganda posters saying, "This will be you if you resist." Their armies were advanced, disciplined, and ruthless, using iron weapons when others still relied on bronze, inventing siege warfare that could break even the strongest cities. And when they conquered a land, they often deported entire populations, scattering cultures and families across the empire, so rebellion became almost impossible. But here's where it gets darkly fascinating. This empire ruled through terror so completely that fear replaced loyalty, and that fear eventually turned inward. The kings trusted no one. Palace coups were common. Brothers murdered brothers for the throne, and paranoia ruled the court. One wrong whisper, and you could vanish overnight. Despite their brutality, the Assyrians weren't just monsters. They built massive libraries like the famous Library of Ashurbanipal, preserving thousands of texts that modern historians rely on today, which makes the contradiction even more unsettling. The same hands that saved human knowledge also destroyed human lives without mercy. And then, almost suddenly, it all collapsed. Around 612 BCE, enemies who had lived in fear for generations, Babylonians, Medes, and others, finally united. And when they struck, they didn't just conquer Assyria, they erased it. Cities like Nineveh were burned to the ground so completely that for centuries people thought they were myths, and the empire that once ruled the world disappeared almost overnight. No glorious downfall, no redemption arc, just silence. What makes Assyria truly mysterious is how an empire so powerful, so advanced, and so feared could vanish so fast, leaving behind only ruins, warning us that ruling through terror might make you strong, but it also makes everyone secretly pray for your fall. If this dark side of ancient history hooked you, stick around, because there are more forgotten empires and disturbing stories waiting to be uncovered. Follow, and let's keep digging into the shadows together.